the country was definitely not part of his plan. My brother is a total sports nut. He lives, breathes, eats, and sleeps football, hockey, and baseball. Did they even have those sports in England, I wondered? Where are we going to live? I asked. I'm working on that, said my mother. I found a website that arranges house swaps. My brother frowned. What's that? Exactly what it sounds like, my father told him. You live in someone else's home while they live in yours. You mean other people will be using our stuff? I didn't like the sound of this idea at all. Someone else would be sleeping in my bunk bed and using the roll-top desk that used to be my grandfather's? Someone else would be looking at the old-fashioned wallpaper with the yellow roses that my mother and I picked out for my room after reading Anne of Green Gables? My mother reached over and patted my shoulder. Don't worry, honey, she said. Your dad and I have it all figured out. We'll rent a storage unit for the things we don't want anybody else using while we're gone. What about your job? My mother works at the Concord Public Library. They're letting me take a leave of absence. A sabbatical, my dad explained. My mother has not just one but 2 master's degrees, one in library science and the other in English literature. Her specialty? Jane Austen. She's a complete Austen nut, which is why my name is Emma and my brother's is Darcy. We're named for a couple of characters in Jane Austen's novels. People have been swapping homes successfully for many years, she continued, swinging into full librarian let-me-give-you-all-the-information mode. It's a very practical and economical arrangement. The service I've been working for has found someone they think would be perfect for us. Who? I muttered. A professor who's coming here on a teaching exchange at Harvard. He and his family had a house lined up in Cambridge, but it fell through at the last minute. He's a history professor, so Concord would be the perfect spot for him, added my father. He wants to learn about the American Revolution from our perspective. He was right about that. Concord, Massachusetts is practically the birthplace of the American Revolution. One of the first major battles of the war was fought here, and just about every inch of our town oozes history. The family's name is Berkeley, my mother told us. Professor Philip Berkeley and his wife Sarah. They have 2 boys, Simon and Tristan. They had names. They were real people. This was really happening. It was more than just the thought of strangers living in our house and messing with our stuff that had my head spinning, though. It was the thought of missing out on my freshman year at Alcott High and leaving Stuart Chadwick, my sort of boyfriend, behind. If I went to England, the 2 of us wouldn't be able to work together on the school newspaper the way we'd planned. Plus, there were all my other friends, too, not to mention Pip, the golden retriever puppy I co-owned with my skating teacher. And what about... book club, I blurted. What about our mother-daughter book club? My mother bit her lip. That's one piece of the puzzle I haven't figured out yet. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Maybe you can write to them the way you do with your Wyoming pen pal. So this is a done deal, said my brother. We don't have a say in it at all? My parents were looking worried by now. I guess they'd been expecting us to be all thrilled about their announcement. Come on, kids. Where is your sense of adventure? My father coaxed. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We'll be back here in Concord before you know it. A whole year is hardly before you know it, Darcy said icily. I vote no. And with that, he got up from the table and stalked out of the room. I sat there, feeling uncertain and confused. Was my brother right? Should I boycott the idea too? My mother slid a piece of paper across the table to me. The agency emailed me a picture of the Berkeley's house this morning. It's called Ivy Cottage. Reluctantly, I glanced down at the picture, then drew in my breath sharply. Ivy Cottage looked like something out of a fairy tale. It was small and snug like our house, but it was made of stone, not wood. The front door was nearly obscured by the thick ivy that clambered up the cottage's exterior, and the windows had little diamond crisscross patterns across them. There was something else, too. It has a thatched roof? My father grinned. How cool is that? Pretty cool, I thought. Trying not to show my excitement, I asked casually, How old is it? They're not exactly sure, my mother replied. They think it was built sometime during the